Right, guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from anywhere you are watching from. I get you, and it's another week. Uh, like I normally do a weekly outlook, so I wanna give you guys my weekly outlook for this coming week. So on chat here, I have a NZD USD. USD. So let's look at what we have here. All right, on NZD USD, on Friday, last week, it makes an equal high here. All right, it makes an equal high here. So now it has formed a kind of double top formation. So we have a kind of double top formation here on NZD USD. We have top one, we have top two. So this is it. So now for it to fall, for this double top now, we'll be seeing price coming down to this point, then retest the neckline, then done. So now on this chart now, for a safe entry, you will have to wait for this level to break. When this level breaks, touches this point, it will come back and retest it before the down move continuation. So meaning that when it breaks, you have to what? Sell at this point. So you should be looking for your sell entry at this point. All right. So on NZD USD, I am bearish on it. Okay. So let me show you. Price come to this point, then up again for a retest, then drop to this point. So this point is my target point, 69,235. NZD USD, I am bearish on NZD USD because we have a double top formation here. Okay, so you should wait for the neckline to be broken out, then retest, then you sell from this point down to this point. All right, now here now is another Euro USD. Euro USD. Here we have Euro USD. Okay, this is Euro USD. Let's go to H4. All right, this is Euro USD. Euro USD has been on a down move, so I'm expecting it to come to this zone. I'm expecting it to come to this zone, or possibly this zone. So that means target one should be here, then final target should be here. All right. So now we'll make use of our trend line from this point to this point. Now we are having the touches. We have one here, we have this here, then we have these ones here at the trend line, respecting the trend line. So that means Euro USD is bearish. That means Euro USD is bearish. Now let's go to H1 and see a clear view of it. Okay, here on H1, we have seen that the trend line has been broken out. Okay, I've seen that the trend line has been broken out. Now we make use of our another trend line here that can possibly give us another entry. Okay, so now looking at it now price might either come back a bit before coming down, or price can either be coming down, then break this level, retest before coming to this zone. This is first target, then the last target is this point. All right, so now on Euro USD, I am bearish on Euro USD, guys. Now let's go back to H4. This is H4, and this is what you have here. So now I'm expecting price from this point to this point. First target 1, that is TP1, and TP2. Okay. All right, guys. So on Euro USD, I am what? Bearish this week. Now let's go to another currency pair I have here. Like you guys know, I only trade USD pairs. The only non-USD pair I trade is GPV, JPY. Any other currency pair aside that, as non-USD pair, I don't trade it. I trade only USD related pairs. So I do have some questions like, what do you see on this pair? And those pairs are non-USD pairs. No, I don't trade those pairs. Not that I can't analyze it, I can, but I don't trade them. Okay. All right. So here now we have GPV USD. Now GPV USD, we are seeing the similar structure of what we saw on SZD USD. Now we have a kind of a double top formation here, as you can see, 1, 2. So now we have this kind of formation. So that means price will keep coming down to this point, then possibly breaks it down to this point, retest before coming down. All right. So that means on GPV USD, I am what? Bearish. Now let's go to H1. All right, this is H1. Now we'll make use of our trend line on H1. Now, as you can see, you see that price has been respecting the trend line. You see how price has been respecting the trend line. These points, then finally breaks, come back and test it, move back a bit, then spiked up to this point and test it. Now we'll be seeing it was to start coming down. Possibly this should be our final target point. All right. So guys, I am bearish on GBP USD. So now for a good entry, let's make use of our TL here. We have this here. Okay. Now we'll be seeing a kind of a pullback to the trend line. We'll be seeing a kind of a pullback to the trend line for coming down. So after the pullback should be around this point. Let me show you guys. The pullback should be around 38,381. So meaning that at 38,381, no, okay, let's say 38,430. Meaning at 38,430 or 38,381, you should be looking for your sell entry for selling. Then if you're selling, let your stop loss be above the two tops. Okay, so that means here now we have this pair to sell down to this point. Okay, guys, GBP USD, I am bearish on GBP USD. So also I have another USD pair here, which I'm also looking at here, which is AUD USD. You know, AUD USD has a kind of positive correlation with NZD USD, which most times I don't need to analyze both of them to, you know, take my trade or generate a signal. if I can be able to analyze one, I will use it to determine the next one signal. Unless maybe there is fundamental news event on either NZD or AUD, then you might be seeing them go opposite direction due to the news. But outside the news, both of them has a kind of positive correlation, but not 100%. All right, not 100%. So I analyze them to, like, okay, for example, I analyze one to generate signal on the next one. So here now, on AUD USD, you'll see that AUD USD is looking bearish here. Likewise, NZD USD here is bearish, as you can see. So now, AUD USD now, NZD USD will have a kind of double top formation, which is 1, 2. All right, let me show you guys. They have a kind of double top here, which is 1, 2. Okay, now we go to AUD USD. Now on AUD USD now, you will see a kind of formation we'll have here. We have this here. Let me show you guys. Then we'll have this here. 1, 2. As you can see, we'll have this here. Now, let's go back to NZD USD and make use of trend line. You'll see that both of them are having a similar look. Now, we'll make use of our trend line here. This is 4 hours. Make use of our trend line here. We'll see price respected the trend line, then broke out, come back and retest it at this point. Now, on NZD AUD USD, we make use of our trend line also. You will see. You see that price has been respecting also, then breakout and retest. Here now, we have breakout and retest. Now, also we have breakout and retest of the trend line. Both of them looking what? Similar. Now, these two tops we are seeing here. These two tops we are seeing here. We are seeing this here. We are seeing this here. It's a similar thing we are seeing on AUD USD at this point also. So guys, meaning that I'm expecting AUD USD to sell. First target points should be here. Then the next target points should be here, which is the final target point on AUD USD. All right. So I am bearish on AUD USD. Let's go to H1 and see what we have here with our trend line. All right. Now, making use of our trend line, you'll see that price has likely broken out the trend line here. So meaning that we'll see a little pullback for continuation. So when the pullback occur to this point, you do what? You enter your sell. Then when you enter your sell, let your stop loss be above here, above 74,087. Okay. All right, guys. So these are the kind of correlation I mean on NZD USD, like NZD USD and the AUD USD. Like both of them, they move in a same direction at times. When this one is bearish, the other one is bearish. When this one is bullish, the other one is bullish. So you can analyze them and generate your signal. You can analyze one to generate signal on the next one. All right. So guys, here now I have a USD card. So like USD card, most of us we have been selling, and now we see that USD card hits a strong level last week. Here is a strong level that USD card hit, and when it hits that point, it started moving up. Now, as you can see, when the candle opens, there was no rejection at this bullish candle. There was no rejection at this bullish candle. That is to show you a strong momentum of the bulls. All right. Now, we also have the next candle, a full body candle, signaling that the bulls are still in the market. All right. So now we'll be expecting a bullish move on USD card. We'll be expecting what? A bullish move on USD card. But before that, you should wait for price to do what? To break this point. We have 27607 because that place is a kind of a decision point at which price you will react when you get to that point. So now what you have to do is this. Price will likely hit this point, come back, then up. So as price is going up, price is heading to our trend line. Price is heading to our trend line. This is our trend line. When you read the trend line, come further a bit, you see that this is what price is likely to do. Price will go to this point, hit that point, then come back for a retest. All right, then up to make the third touch to our trend line. Here is it. So now we will be having 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys are getting. So we'll be having 1, 2, 3 touches at the trend line. All right, guys. So now on USD card, I am bearish on USD card. So this is my analysis on USD card. This is my analysis on USD card. I'm looking at it. You are having a kind of inverse head and shoulder formation. Something looking like it. We have something like a head here. We are seeing this as the right shoulder, then seeing this point as the left shoulder. So now here now is acting as the neckline. This point is acting as the neckline. That is why I expect it to break, retest before going up. All right, guys. So now on this kind of market, you have to wait for a clear breakout or good entry to join the market. Don't just jump into the market because you see a buy or because it's moving up, you just enter. You have to wait for good entry to enter the market to avoid being on drawdown, and also wait for clear breakouts of that neckline I showed you so that you won't be on loss or your stop loss will go hit before market starts going your direction. So right now here I have another currency pair I'm looking at, which is USD CHF. USD CHF, this is what I have here. Like we have been seeing how price has been ranging in between these points for days before it breaks out. Now I see the sell as a kind of a pullback or retest to that point. So here now I'm going to make use of my trend line to show you guys what I'm seeing here. This is what I'm seeing here. All right. So now we have these points, this kind of formation here. Like price has broken out from the trend line, then come back to a retest. Now we should be seeing an up move. So now USD CHF has made a breakout and retest. So that means you should be looking for what? A buy when price is above 91,871. When price is above 91,871, you should be looking for your buy entry. First target point one is 92244. 92244, your TP1. Then your TP2 should be above those points. They are kind of higher above it. So now on USD CHF, I am bullish on USD CHF. Target 1, this point, then target 2 above it. That means target 2 will be open. So I see you get to a decision point on daily. Let's look at daily and see. Okay, here now is a decision point. Let's choose our horizontal line. All right, here now is a decision point on daily. So here now should be your target 2 on USD CHF. So guys, on USD CHF, I am bullish on it. Okay, so make sure that you wait for good entry. Make sure that you wait for good entry. Like I analyzed on previous weeks outlook on gold, which I showed my targets. Yeah, I'm expecting gold to go, and gold has been on that move since last week. So it's still coming in gradually, though, like I told you guys, there will be kind of blocks on the way which gold will react. And as you can see, it has been reacting on those levels, meaning that when gold come down to this point, 1777, it will react also. It will make a kind of this, then drop again. Then when you break this point, it will drop massively to this point. So now looking at gold, as you can see, the analysis already made. So I am bearish on it, on gold. I am bearish on gold. So that means I will be looking for a sell on gold, because I have this kind of formation here. Let me show you guys. I have this here, a kind of price acting like a head and shoulder. We have this acting as the head. We have this acting at the left shoulder. We have this point acting as the right shoulder. So that means we are having this kind of formation. Then done. All right. So guys, I am bearish on gold, and also look for good entry and enter gold. Don't you chase price, guys, because looking at it now, it's currently sitting at a support. So it's advisable for you to wait for this support to break. When the support break, retest, then you sell and target this point 1777 as a point one. Then when it breaks, then you are free to sell and hold till you get to this final point. All right, because when you get to 1777, price must react at that point. Okay, so it's better for you to wait for this 17 for this support here to break, which is 17, which is 17,85276 to break. Then it's safe for you to do what, to enter the sell. All right, so guys, on gold, make sure you are not aggressive on it. Okay, so here now we have a GPB JPY. Like I told you guys, the only non-USD pay I trade is GPB JPY. Any other currency pair outside that GPB JPY, I don't trade it. As any other currency pair outside GPB JPY, I don't trade it. I trade USDs, and the non-USD pay I trade is only GPB JPY. So guys, now GPB JPY, looking at it, we are bullish on it till price gets to this point. Now, here that price gets to is a decision point. Now, let's make use of our horizontal line to get the decision point. Looking at the previous days, you see that price respected this point. Let me get this pencil. So looking at the previous, you see that price respected this point here. As you can see, you see how price respected here. So that is why when price gets to this point, it will start coming down. That point is a decision point. So that means we'll be seeing price to do what? To start coming down. We'll be seeing price to do what? To start coming down to this point. Okay. So guys, like on GBP USD, I told you guys I am bearish on it. Looking at it, you see kind of double top here. And now on GBP USD JPY, we are seeing price also coming down. Now, if you make use of a trend line, it's a kind of a bearish divergence here, which you can see price respecting these points. So that means price is about to do what? Come down. So what price did here was a kind of it clears the high. It clears this previous high here by spiking up and clear more orders before coming down. All right. So now we'll be seeing price to start coming down to this point. So meaning that here now should be your target point. When selling, target point one should be here. Your price is respected mostly. Then when it breaks, the final target point should be at this point, or possibly if this point breaks, that means we'll be seeing it at this point. So that means we are having 3 targets here now. We are having target 1, target 2, and target 3. So the target 3 is this point. Okay, so guys, wait for good entry and do what? And sell JPY. All right. So here now I have DSY. Now DSY, as you can see, get to a point. I respected it. Here's the points it gets to. When I was expecting the pullback to get to 92,300, but it did not get to that point. Rather, it stopped at 92,335. So now price is about what moving up. So like I showed on previous video that I posted on my weekly outlook, expecting a kind of what is it called head and shoulder. So I'm expecting price to still go up to create this right shoulder here at this point, then possibly respect that point, then starts coming down. So I'm still expecting price to get to that point. So that means this bearish move we saw on the DSY, this bearish candle we saw here is a pullback, giving us entry at this point. Let me show you guys. Giving us entry at this point to do what? To buy. So now we are going to go long to this point down. All right. So now when market open, we'll be seeing a kind of little pullback of about 60 to 70% of the body candle, the body of this candle, before the up move will continue going, guys. So what you have to do is this: you have to wait for good entry. All right. Don't just jump inside the market and expect it to be going your direction immediately when you have taken a wrong entry. So you have to wait for what? For good entry to take the market, to take your trade. All right. So now here now on H4, we are now having a kind of head and shoulder formation pattern here. Like we have this here as the head, similar to we are seeing on what's it called, gold. Now we have the right shoulder here. Now this one is acting as the left shoulder, meaning that price has let me show you guys, meaning that this is what price did here. Price come down from here down to this point, then here up down to this point. Now we are expecting it to start what? Going up. So but when price gets to 92,729, we'll be expecting a little pullback. So we'll be expecting a little pullback to this point. Let me show you guys. We're expecting a little pullback to this point before the continuation. So when price gets to 92,729, we'll be seeing a pullback to this point we just added now, which is 92,640. Now, when price gets to this point, that we will now see a pullback to this point. Okay, then before the continuation to the upside. When you pull back to this point, you'll now see the continuation to the upside. Okay, so you always watch out at that level while buying. Okay, you always watch out for that level while buying. 92,729. Watch out for it, because it's a strong level at which price is respected mostly. As you can see, we see a kind of resistance at that point. So when price gets to that point, it must react to this point, then pull back before going up. So guys, this is what I have for you for this coming week. So I wish you a peaceful week and also a profitable market this coming week. So all what you have to do is wait for good entry and join these market directions I just showed you guys on this video. So guys, like I told you guys, I will be sharing a secret behind my consistency in trading and analysis. If the subscribers get to 300, so when you get to 300, I will show the secrets to my consistency in trading and analysis, because most of you will say, I trade like banks. Some say I trade like banks. Some say that banks need to employ someone like me. No, I don't trade like, I don't see myself trading like banks, and I don't see banks employing me because I don't want to work for anyone. So I want to be a full-time self-independent trader. So I don't want to work for anybody. So guys, if I hit 300 subscribers, I'm going to make that video which will benefit each and every one of you. And also guys, I would like you to subscribe to this channel also, and like, share to your friends, because your friends might be struggling in the markets to find their way out in the market to make it, but they are still struggling. But I believe that this video will help them know their way. At least they can learn something to add to the knowledge they have already in the market. So guys, I wish you good luck and a peaceful week ahead, and also do well to manage your risk well. Do well not to expose your account to the market. All right, thank you guys.